All right, let's play some Pioneer, huh? Starting a little bit late today because Jake had a late start, so he was on the bus a little bit later than normal. Red, white, fair stuff. Bonecrusher Giants, Rekindling Phoenixes, Glorybangers, some Glory-bound innate, a couple of Heart of Kiran here. I'm interested to see how this goes. I think in a different... This deck was submitted back in January. That's how big the Pioneer backlog got at one point. The format was very different when I accepted this deck, so let's go on in with an open mind, and hopefully we can have some good games of Magic, and see how things go. Another part of the reason why I increased the price on Moto decks is I just can't realistically get through the queue in a reasonable amount of time. People waiting 2 months to see their deck played is just not a good experience. So increasing the price reduces the volume of decks that I get, which should make the turnaround time less than a week, less than 2 weeks at worst. Yesterday, Republicans and Democrats laid out rough plans on how to help people financially impacted by the coronavirus. The Democrats' high-level plan included things like subsidizing childcare for school being canceled, and the Republican high-level plan was tax cuts for big businesses who might have lower profits this quarter. Yeah, they should just rot. You get a sword you'll never use? Of course you can, DK. Thanks for keeping me around. Alright, out of the frying pan into the fryer. Gonna get inverted right off the bat, it looks like. It's the primary Choke Destroy deck. Could be something else, but likely that. Their 6/6 flyer costs 4. My 4/4 flyer costs 5. Isn't a good look. I took our 2-drop here. It's going to slow us down a good deal. No, I haven't really been consuming much content, and the small amounts of content I do consume is not Pioneer related. I'm playing the standard MCQ this weekend, so anything I'm doing Magic related outside of the stream is definitely standard related. Personally, I'm excited to lose the game next turn. It'll be a good time. This deck's not competitive against Inverter. I'm gonna go to the next one. Thanks for the tier 1 sub, Titans fan. I appreciate it. Rather than wasting time playing a match we can't win, I'm just gonna go to the next one. Save myself some grief. Of course Inverter has flying. Why wouldn't it have flying? But remember, Inverter's okay because it has a 49% win rate, according to Wizards of the Coast and data they don't share. 49% win rate against people targeting Inverter isn't even an argument. I agree. I agree. Are we actually just playing against Inverter again? Is that I like looked away and I look back? This is a new match, right? I conceded the last one. I want the record to reflect. Sure. Yeah. I promised 2 matches with Magic decks. I'm going to try and find 2 non-inverter decks. If the next one's inverter and the one after that's inverter, I'll play the 4th one, but... Someone in chat's commenting that, like, you board in Rest in Peace in this matchup. Rest in Peace is only useful in this matchup if you can apply an incredible amount of pressure to back it up. And this deck's not that aggressive. Like, 4/4 flyers for 4... and like 3/1s for 2. Like these cards don't kill people quickly. Like the only thing, like Rest in Peace, actually, just to think about it, if you think about the first game that we played that we lost, if I would have played Rest in Peace on 2 in that game, I would have lost on turn 5 instead of turn 6. Yeah, Rest in Peace helps them with a number of their draws. The only thing Rest in Peace prevents them from doing is, with Rest in Peace out, they can't play Inverter on 4 and then combo on 5. They have to play Jace on 4 and then combo on 5. Morning, Mono Blue Burn. I'll play against Breach. Against Breach, like, Rest in Peace and Damping Sphere both have text boxes against Breach. I think that's a matchup we can win. If you don't have counter spells or discard spells or an incredibly fast clock, you're not competitive against Inverter. Winning against Inverter requires a very specific, narrow subset of cards. Green Devotion. Okay, I'm going to play this one out. I kind of expect us to get dumpstered here, but we're going to go ahead and play it out for posterity's sake. Our deck's not super interactive. I guess I could have played Sacred Foundry tap there. Not that it really matters, so I'm going to go tap land 2, drop next turn. But, like, I expect, like... And this will be a good example of whether or not this deck was reasonable when it was submitted, right? Because, like, when this deck was submitted, Green Devotion was, like, one of the big bads back in January, right? It'll be interesting to see if our tools here are competitive enough against, like, what was the big thing. Hey, Rebecca. Hope you feel better soon. I appreciate the very generous tier 3. Welcome back. The media is going to keep telling you what they've been telling you since South Carolina, which is that Joe Biden's unstoppable because the media is owned by people who make lots of money if Joe Biden is president. There are lots of votes still to cast. If you have a primary, get out and vote for Bernie Sanders. Joe Biden doesn't even have 900 delegates accounted for yet. He needs 1,900 delegates to get the nomination. I agree. Yang, I can now officially add Andrew Yang to the list of people who I gave money to and respected that I now have no respect for after this cycle. It's only Bernie left, and Bernie's probably not going to be old. Bernie's probably too old to run for anything again at this point. So, I guess I play a Glory Bound Innate here. But we're mostly just into this stuff, right? Yeah, Trump doesn't even really need to do anything. He just like needs to play advertisements of Biden interacting with voters for people to understand why they don't want Joe Biden. All right, I'm going to concede now. Want Magma Sprays, more ways to kill their elves. I think we just bring in all the cheap removal to give ourselves the best chance to keep their board clear for as long as possible. Gideon of the Trials is pretty likely to just get attacked down. Although I guess it kind of fogs. It can fog one of their attackers. We'll trim Blackblade then for that reason. It deals twice X. This can kill bigger things, so that seems fine. Yang endorsed Biden before the primary was over. And just for the record, anyone endorsing Biden after the primary is over, like if he gets the nom, that's acceptable and reasonable. People endorsing Biden before he's won, that's them saying they believe in what Biden's fighting for more than they believe in what Bernie stands for. Trim Heart if we're trimming walkers? Yeah, maybe. That's probably reasonable. Let's do this. Biden stands for the status quo. Biden stands for objecting to gay marriage until it was politically convenient for him to back it. Biden stands for people not being able to discharge student loans when they file for bankruptcy. Biden stands for the credit card companies that stand to make profits off of people. That's what Biden stands for. Hey, morning, Gab. Thanks for 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think we just keep killing their elves and hope for the best here. I think I attack is just a 3/1 now. When this can exert to become a 4/4 lifelink. I want to save that for when that lets me attack into something I wouldn't otherwise be able to attack into. Mono green deck folds to power. I'm not sure that that's actually true. Horn and Siru. I'm just gonna keep killing their stuff to try and mitigate the Nykthos here. This does twice X damage, so we can do this, and this will take 4. Hey, thanks for keeping me around, Ian. 48 months is a long time indeed. It's almost like an entire Declan's worth of months. Thanks for keeping me around. Okay, no other plays here is good for us. No matter how long we sub, we'll never catch up to the ages. So that's true. That's true. Yeah, my biggest takeaway from yesterday is I'm pretty disappointed in my generation. I got just the person I just timed out. If you ever feel the need to prefix your statement on this channel with to play the devil's advocate, just delete your statement and don't send it in my chat. The devil has enough advocates. If you feel the need to prefix your statement with that, that's you acknowledging that your statement sucks and it's not reasonable. If your statement was reasonable, you wouldn't feel the need to prefix it with that moniker. So feel free to prefix, feel free to defend the devil somewhere else. Just not here in my chat. It's not over. People want you to think it's over, so people who are going to show up and vote for Bernie decide to stay home instead. Yeah, Warren hasn't endorsed anyone because she doesn't actually believe in her progressive values, and instead she's wheeling and dealing and trying to do what's best for Warren. She's being a typical politician. Yang endorsed Biden because he also doesn't really believe in the things that he's been talking about, and he instead wants to maneuver himself politically to benefit from Joe Biden's presidency if he gets the nomination. When setting yourself up to do well when it goes against what you believe means that setting yourself up to do well was more important to you than what you claim to have believed in. That's fine. I agree. Yang was one. I had a lot of respect for Yang, especially when Yang dropped out, when it became clear he had no clear path to the presidency. They're all wheeling and dealing. Yeah, yeah. Yang's backing of Biden before it's over, in my opinion, shows that he was in it for himself. You know? It's reminded me of why most people don't engage politically. It's a very disheartening process. This is crew 3. Yeah. Wait, did they just attack me with that instead of holding up to crew this? Do they not realize my bird's coming back? Alright, sure, deal. They break off for a little bit here. Might have a shot. I'll go ahead and kill this. And then kill their Planeswalker. Alright, how good is the last card? It's always a scary one, chat. It's always a scary one, chat. Alright, so... they can crew... oh, I guess they get to crew Sovereign on defense now? I mean, the Gideon was Pithing Needle. They couldn't do anything. And again, like, I know I conceded the first 2 to Inverter, so just count that as the first match, but kind of showing, like, why this kind of deck, even before Combo Winter happened, just doesn't really have the tools to keep up with, like, what's going on in the format. Thanks for the 26 months, Whiskey Dingo. Okie doke. It's actually just a third Verter deck. Hopefully they're Sultai Delirium. They took Rekindling Phoenix. Maybe they're Delirium. That'd be great. Maybe they could be a fair deck. Phoenix. I feel like taking Phoenix might indicate they're a fair deck. Yeah, Sultai. Oh, we're playing against Holy Diver. Are they streaming? They usually stream. Yeah, they're streaming. If you want to watch this match from both sides, you can pull up Holy Diva on Twitch. You've never been to excited to see Blue Green Duel, yeah, right? I think I'm holding on to this for now. Just killing this with this. Kill it with Purphoros' fire. It could be a Hardened Scales deck. Yep. I wonder if they're like a counter sub-themed Delirium deck. It could just be playing Uro because it's a good card. Declaration in Stone looking great. I'm just gonna go ahead and deploy a 4/3 here, I think. Combat damage to a player. For each kind of counter on target non, give that another of the counter. Oh, it's like Proliferator? Sure. Yeah, I wonder if they're doing like something traditional, like Walking Ballista and Hangerback Walker, or if they've got some kind of like combo style finish with their +1/+1 counters. Just for the third of a year, Varus. I am very ready to play some Fields of the Dead. Very, very ready. We are in the 0-3 bracket. Yeah, I assume we'll see them chump block here. So that way they get their last card in the bin that they need to escape Uro next turn. And then we'll get to Deck and Stone Uro, hopefully. Hopefully we dodge Thoughtseize and like Stubborn Denial here. They didn't put a land into play there, so that implies they have 2 spells. It's okay, Ender. We don't time out because we're mad, we're time out because we know you can do better. Animation modules. Like, just infinite things to set up counters. And they haven't actually showed us a payoff yet. Nah, people confuse having a strong voice with being mad. I'm a lot like Bernie. I'm not yelling, this is just my voice. This Walking Ballista. Could suggest destroy our 3-1 here. Clearly the payoff is Sage Hours. They get to pump up their ballista here. You have 97 timeouts, D&D. Real close to the coveted 99 plus. Yeah, I think Diva also does some viewer submissions. So if you're looking for someone else to do Pioneer at a lower rate than I do with my recent increase, they might be a good one to look at. I think they tend to do mostly Magic Online too, so they probably get through whatever submissions they have quicker than I do, since I do mostly Arena these days. I mean, Biden is winning a lot of states that the Democrats won't win in the general. Is the cold hard truth. Joke's on you. I don't got thoughts to seize. Alright, so we need to draw a Deccan Stone like right now. Unfortunately, this ballista's up to a 5/5, so Glorybringer doesn't do it anymore. Then we're dead next turn. Yeah, I guess I can technically block with this, but we're dead in the long term. Abrade and Revoke Existence sound great. Nahiri seems fine. Glorybound Innate's real bad against a... Did they cancel the debate on the 15th? I heard that they updated to not have people in the audience, but they actually factually cancel it. Why do Biden's results for Michigan look bad for Trump? The last couple of general election polls I saw had Trump winning Michigan still. If you have some other metrics. You got to remember the Dem primary is not a general election. Like, Biden having a strong finish in Michigan or South Carolina doesn't mean those states are going to vote for Democrats in the general. Yeah, I heard that they were canceling the live audience for the debate, which is smart. Sure. Hopefully, it'd be sick if we flipped some southern states. That would be really good. I hope I'm wrong about Joe. I hope Joe, if he gets the nom, can actually win the general. I hope Donald Trump's team of playing a constant stream of Joe Biden attacking and verbally and borderline physically attacking voters isn't enough to make him lose. I would like to be surprised. That's true too. Michigan's an open primary. If there was a lot of turnout in conservative areas, there could be. Hopefully, they're conservatives that'll vote for Joe in the general. But I'm skeptical. Correct, Stein. Darn 1/3s. Where are my lightning bolts at, chat? I think I'm supposed to kill this. More importantly, I think I'm just supposed to, like, use my mana this turn. I think, like, not using my mana for the first 3 turns would be bad. It's unfortunate this doesn't have the exile clause, because it can't deal with Uro in the long term. Hopefully a pair of running Phoenixes could be good enough here. It might still be hard-pressed to be good enough. Ooh. Oh, this is awkward. That's just good deck building right there. I didn't think about that while sideboarding. I think I still board in the rested pieces, but we're not super excited about it. Are you gonna trade a Ballista for this egg? That's really good for us. Alright, Phoenix is gonna live. The question is, do I want to rest in peace? I feel like I probably do. Just in case they have something like Grizzly Salvage to floop the Uro back next turn. So again, rip awkward with the Phoenix, but dealing with Uro permanently is a big deal. Mother Onus, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Double the number of each kind of counter on target archive. What is their payoff? What is their payoff? I mean, Winding Constrictor doesn't impact artifact or creature you control. Yeah, this doesn't impact Planeswalkers. It could just be Ballista. It could just be, like, Ballista comboing the hard way. They're splashing for Heliod. Yeah, it's probably just Ballista. It's like a lot of effort to go through to like be finite with Ballista when you could just be infinite. I'm not going to hammer on politics too much today because it's all kind of depressing. But I just want people to know that if you're thinking about responding to my tweet saying that there's lots of votes still to cast and Bernie can still win, which is mathematically correct, by telling me that I'm wrong, I'm just going to block you. I'm sick of it. And attitudes like that are why Joe Biden is winning, because you're letting people who have a vested interest in Bernie Sanders not being president control your narrative. Look at the numbers. Don't give up. I just don't have, I don't have the stomach. I'm just blocking people. Fetal pushing my Phoenix. Yeah, that's fair. Trump being impeached didn't really do anything. The only thing Trump being impeached is it taught him that there was no consequences for his actions. It taught him that he can do whatever he wants, and there's gonna be no one to hold him accountable. Thanks for the quarter of a year, Bartman. Welcome back. Look at that. We're on the scoreboard. Yeah, I think I'm happy enough with what we've boarded. They're playing like Sultai 1/1 counters. They've got a bunch of different things that put extra 1/1 counters on their creatures. And then Walking Ballista is a payoff. I'm going to lead on the Inspiring Vantage, even though I could play the tapped land, because they have a 2/1 flyer for 2. So if they play the 2/1 on 2 here, I want to Wild Slash it, and then untap and play Heart of Kiran. The 2/3, my greatest enemy. Three toughness is cheat hig, right? Thanks for the 3/4 of a year, Frigley. I appreciate the tier 2. Welcome back. Yep. The current process that's going on is to select who will be the Democratic nominee for the eventual presidential election in the fall. What you need to understand about America is that the two-party system is ingrained in the country. So if you aren't the nominee for the Democrat or the Republican ticket, you don't have a chance of being president. You pretty much don't have a chance of being a senator or a congressperson either. You have to be one of the two major parties to have a shot at anything. It's a really bad system. So this comes in with 3 counters then, and can kill my Gideon if it wants. Looks like it wants. I guess with the second deck in stone, I'll just go ahead and deck this snake. I was going to hold it, when we only had 1, I was going to hold it for when they eventually escape this Uro back, but with the backup, I think we just do this and start attacking. Yeah, I guess that's technically correct. I could have saved myself 2 points of damage, right? I could have accrued with the last counter, so I should be at 16. This takes 3 to crew, so Mutavault can't crew the heart. This isn't Smuggler's Copter. This card's like pretty balanced. Build around submissions are 25, Dr. Mr. Punny, for historic and standard. Balance card sounds so 2014, right? Well, I mean, they don't have a threat here. This Rekindling Phoenix off the top is a really good draw for us. We got a bunch of removal in our hand for when they eventually do draw a threat. Oh gosh, and they shocked in, so they have a thing here as well. This is the kind of turnaround they needed. Oh, Taco, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Deck the halls with balls of Kalitas. Fa la 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 la. Rekindling Phoenix is getting swift and do 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 do. I mean, I didn't expect Trump to leave office willingly, regardless of who beats him in the general. Whether it's Bernie or Biden, if either of them beat him in the general, he won't leave the White House quietly. He called an election that he won rigged. I can't even imagine how hard he's going to go if he actually loses. Noted, Hack King. Thanks for being here watching every day. I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe Kuritin. I can see that being right. That keeps our Phoenix around. Banger's a good draw here if they don't have a counter removal spell. They still only have 4 cards in the bin, so they're still 2 cards off of... Ha! That's great. Howdy doody, doling out a subgifty. Welcome to Huglandia, Heckkank. Thanks for the subgifty, howdy doody. Yeah, you definitely can, Rebecca. I'll get that added in. I think we only have 3 Deccan Stones in our 75. This Uro's gonna bury us pretty quickly here. Just gains them 3 life and draws them an extra card each turn. I mean, I expect Trump's post-presidential reality TV show to be wildly popular. Feeling pretty dead. I think it's really adorable that people in chat think Trump can go to prison. I feel like you've been watching a different show than I have for the last year if you think Trump can actually end up in prison. Sorry to disappoint. Rich white people going to prison. Yeah. Yeah, you are. I would really like to live in the timeline you're living in. People who think Trump can go to prison in reality. I don't believe so, Draven. This is the O3 bracket, Space Herring. This is in fact the O3 bracket. And we're dead. Alright. So I conceded 2 matches I didn't want to play against Inverter. We played out 2 full matches and just got pretty thoroughly dumpstered. Yeah, I'm off it. I think decks like this struggled to be good even before Combo Winter rolled over us with the advent of Theros. And with Combo Winter existing with the advent of Theros, I just don't think this is very reasonable. Fulgrim, thanks for the 20 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And again, like, part of the reason why I'm kicking up the cost of Moto decks is this deck was waiting almost 2 months to get played, which makes me feel bad, but there's only so many hours in the day. Not much more Pioneer backlog. We'll be through disappointing decks fairly soon. So after today, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pioneer decks left in the queue. So, another like week and a half of Pioneer decks. We're gonna have some Modern Legacy starting to get mixed in soon. So, and then from here on out, after quite the hiatus, well, let's get you a sword while you're around. That's true, and honestly, like, if I don't fill my Moto time at the $50 price, I'm fine doing less Moto time because Moto's kind of a slog anyways. And Arena's great. Hopefully Historic picks up and is wonderful. I'd love to spend more time playing Historic and Arena overall. All right, speaking of Historic and Arena, we're gonna play some Bant Arcades to kick things off. Bant Defenders in Historic to start today. I'm gonna do a quick ad roll while I get everything flipped over. We'll be back in just a few. Thanks for hanging out today.